Hey,
Hey everyone.
Hello. Joining us.
how is everybody out there in the suburbs?
Where are they? Is it a month already? 4 weeks
It is
gone.
unbelievable,
already.
isn't it? Absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah. Blimey,
Do
you'd never
you-
believe it.
No,
Yeah,
do you
it's gone
realise
quick.
this is the first time we've all been in different places?
Actually,
Is it?
yeah,
Thank you.
it is. Well, we
You mean you
better
don't
get
live
used
with
to it, Ian.
Gary?
Pardon?
Doesn't it? I thought Ian and Gary lived together, no?
Well,
Well,
he's
then
very
that's
nice.
just
but
a rumour.
He's not my type, Alan. He's very nice, but
Oh,
no. We're not too far apart, are we, mate? Yet?
Far enough.
No, yeah,
We still throw
we are
stones
all.
at each other, can't we?
We
So
are
where
all
are
going
you
our
all
own
then?
ways, though. Very shortly, we're all going our own ways, and we got news about an hour ago that the breach is fixed. So we'll all be on our way shortly. So come Friday, I think it is, isn't it? Friday.
Yep. Friday,
Yeah.
they've said that they will be allowing navigation through the breach. So that
Yeah.
is absolutely
So
brilliant.
we'll all be on our way. We're all going different places. So
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. I suppose we ought to explain where we are and where we're planning on going, I guess.
I'm
Yeah.
here.
And I'm here.
Where I
Yeah,
am.
and we're there.
I'm here.
Where are you going then, Ian?
Me? Well, that's a very good question. I'm going to follow the nose of the bow of the boat.
Yeah, that's a good option.
Yeah, I think I'll be going down the Yeah, I think I'll be heading that way.
It's a bit secret, isn't it?
Yeah,
No, I
it
go
is a
down the
bit.
middle witch, and then I've got to decide if I'm going to turn left or right when I get to the end.
But we're heading south, and I'm saying no more than that.
And I'm heading south, but in a different south.
Different
I
south.
think. different south. If there is a different south. Yeah.
Yeah, there is a different
What
south. It's the better south.
Yeah. Yeah. Whereabouts are you going then, Alan? Are you going
Well,
anywhere? You're away at the moment, aren't you?
No, well, I've just been south and I've just come back this evening. So I'm back in the marina. I've been down to Cosgrove, which for
Nice.
those that aren't familiar is just sort of north of Milton Keynes. I had a very nice trip. Very nice indeed. Had some bad weather, as usual. Yesterday, I think, was one of the worst days I can recall boating in such awful weather. It was so changeable. 1 minute the sun was out, then it was raining, then the sun was out again, then it was raining, and not just raining, heavy rain, sun, hail, the whole works we had yesterday. And
How did you get on?
I
Could you
enjoyed
cruise
it.
with your could you cruise with your pram cover up or with the low bridges, Alan?
I don't have the pram cover with me.
Oh, right,
The
okay.
pram cover either has to be off the boat or it has to be up all the time. You can't lower it and raise it. It's one or t'other.
Right,
And when I'm
right.
cruising, I leave it behind, so I don't take the pram cover with me. It's just too much messing around.
So you got wet.
One of the things with my boat, and I've often said this, is that my deck where I stand is very low, much lower than a trad boat and much lower than other boats. I was in a lock with a hire boat, which had a cruiser stern, as many hire boats do. And there must have been a foot or 30 centimeters difference between where the helmsman was stood there and where I was stood. Because my deck is low, it enables my canopy to be low as well. And along the Leicester section where I'm moored, I can go under all the bridges with my canopy up, which is great in the winter. But in the summer, I take the canopy off and I tend to leave it off. So no canopy for me. I'm out there in the rain, the driving rain, getting very, very wet, I can assure you.
Okay, well, can I just say that we're getting highs from everybody all around the world at the moment. We've got them in
especially
Canada.
Eugene.
Hi, Carol. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Steve. Francis. Hi, Susan.
So everyone who's watching from
more than one Susan. Sorry.
Hope you're well, keeping safe.
Yeah.
And we got
and
a
hi to Eugene because he wants us to say hi back.
Oh, hi back.
Yeah.
Why have we got to say hi back?
Is that
Yeah, hi
Eugene
back.
Moore? Was that Eugene Moore, Steve?
Let me just. I'll have to scroll back up because it was a while ago.
Yes,
Eugene
it was.
Moore, yes, it was. Yes, hi,
Yeah,
Eugene.
that's Eugene and Lorraine in Canada. They are. I know them well.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Yeah.
It's rather warm in the boat at the moment. I'm going to have to take my hat off because I'm melting underneath it. So
I went for a walk earlier with the boys. I always take the boys a little bit earlier, and the wind, it's got really wind, even though the sun's out, it is pretty cold. So I came back to the boat and I've lit the fire. It's so
Bad
warm in
news.
here, I've got the windows
Lit
open,
the
the
fire.
door open.
Lit the fire.
oh, my light's just gone out. I've had doors and windows open all day despite the wind, and it's been 26 degrees in the boat today. It's been that warm.
Have you got your fire on?
I
Hi
had
to
it on
Nevada.
overnight, yeah, and it's just taken this long.
Hello, Velma
to
in
cool
Virginia.
down.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Hi, Rob in sunny Wigan.
I think I may have solved your lighting problem, Alan.
Hang on. Hi, Anne and Steve in Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland.
Alan's having his own
Nice to
little
see ya.
party there.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, Linda. I have
Yeah,
to lean
I think
forward
I might-
because the writing's too small.
Yeah, I think I may have solved your lighting problem because I'm having the same issue tonight. My lamp,
It just is going off.
I turn it on, and within minutes it goes
turns
out,
off.
and I think
Is it?
it's because of the battery's low on it. No, it just turned itself off just now, and I've turned it on and off a couple of times.
It's a bit bright.
Mine only turn off when I've got the two on. One will turn off.
Ah,
then
right,
the other.
okay.
I've only got one light on tonight, and that's been on
Fair enough.
without any problem.
So has anybody been
Yeah.
down to a pub since they've reopened?
No,
To a
we
pub?
haven't, have we?
A pub, not a pub, no, but we've been in the boathouse in the marina. They're
Well, it's
serving
on the boat house
beers
with
now.
you chaps, but I haven't been to a pub yet. No.
Looking forward to that actually, but
Going to be
Then-
quite an experience. Hey, you know when we
They're
go
all
into a pub, what actually happens? Because I've forgotten.
ooh, I don't know, but it
Well,
involves a
you don't-
liquid.
Well, one thing that certainly doesn't happen from what I can remember is you don't put your hand in your pocket.
Oh, you cheeky wojo.
Hi, Dean in Seattle.
No, I'm only joking. I seem to
Electric
remember you do. I think the last time we were all together in a pub would have been the Shady, wouldn't it?
It would have been, yeah.
It
But we
would have
weren't
been,
inside then.
yeah.
We were in the garden, weren't we?
We've been
Yeah,
asked
I
And
remember.
of course, and
Yeah.
don't forget Gary's birthday. We were out in the gardens. So
Ian's birthday.
Ian,
Ian's birthday.
just
Yeah,
Can you
Gary's
We've been asked
birthday,
a sensible question by someone.
Ian?
Steve, Gary's birthday's 29th of July.
No, it isn't.
yeah,
Yes, it is.
I didn't get that.
No,
What
it
day?
isn't. No, it isn't,
You heard it
Steve.
here,
You're getting as bad as him.
I didn't hear that.
You
Uh,
be careful. I'm
yeah.
coming in the. You be careful. I'm coming in the marina tomorrow.
I won't be here.
we're going
Hi,
out.
Warren from Cape Town. Good to have you along.
Yeah.
You'll be back
Hi,
by the time I
Jules.
get there, Ian.
Right. I want to put out a request. So all you lovely people that are listening to us at the moment, yabbering on in the pub here, the virtual pub, we are looking for an establishment somewhere in the UK, somewhere central, like a marina who would like some free publicity or something, to host, wait for it, a Go Narrowboating hosted barbecue this summer. So if anyone knows of anyone who might be interested in doing that, can they contact any one of us, please? That would be lovely. I've put it out, folks. I've said it now.
Well, yeah. It'll be good. I mean, who are we inviting to this barbecue? Is it an open invite, Ian, or?
Well, I think it could be open to anybody who comes up wearing this.
No.
Yeah.
One of them.
I'm all right.
Right.
Put mine on.
Yeah, I've got
Let
mine
me-
there, but I didn't know whether to put it on tonight. I didn't know whether we were all wearing it tonight.
Hey, talking about
It was
clothing,
optional.
you know, on the Go Narrowboating .store website where all our produce is, getting the plug in there, we put some ladies' jogging shorts.
Oh, yes, I know.
What on earth? Why does everybody they're selling like hotcakes?
Hotcakes.
What is it about them?
It's their most
Yeah, but
popular line, actually, believe it or
have you seen where Steve's put my face?
Careful now, Gary.
Yes, I'm being very careful.
Find out. Yeah,
Pardon?
they'll have to buy a pair to find out, won't they?
Oh, dear, dear, dear. I can see why Alan's smiling on his picture, though.
I don't think I've seen this picture.
Oh, haven't you? Alan, go to the store and have a look. Those two above us, mate, we're having great fun with them the other day.
I think one thing we perhaps should say to our viewers, that anyone that buys anything from us, we don't actually know who's buying what. We just know we've made a sale. So we can't thank anyone individually or anything like that, because we just don't know which of you are buying, who of you are buying, you know.
Send in photographs to whoever you follow.
Oh, that'd be brilliant. Yeah.
Because that'll be
really
good.
nice.
Then we can share them. I'm not sure about the jogging bottoms, but we'll see.
As long as there being more, I suppose it's okay.
I think we need to add also that they are for ladies.
Yes.
Yeah. But if men want them, then you know.
Well,
You look like ballet dancers.
I look pretty smart in mine, Steve. I've got to say.
Yeah, I must admit, I was impressed.
Gary, I've just realised who you remind me of when you're wearing them. That there used to be a bloke on telly called Max Wall.
Hi,
Caitlin.
I haven't got the hair for it though. I haven't got the hairdo, have I?
Where's that?
I used to get him and
That's
is it
old
Max
boy, Wayne.
Miller.
Oh,
Is it Max Miller? I always used to get them mixed up. Him and Max Miller. They had a similar hairdo, didn't they?
Yes, they did indeed. Yeah.
Yeah. He used to give me the creeps a bit as a kid. He did.
Yeah, Max Wall did. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
really weird.
Is there any truth in the thing that on your live cruise tomorrow, Gary, you're actually wearing your slacks?
Well, you'll never know because my camera will be facing that way, mate. So you won't see. So unless I have actually pressed the button by mistake though and reversed the camera, haven't I? So you never know. You might see me in my little jogging bottoms tomorrow.
Hi, Jenny.
Incidentally,
Hi, Steve.
Carl Gamble has said that he might have a venue in the Midlands.
Oh,
So
brilliant!
thanks for that, Carl. We'll perhaps if you could message one of us, and we'll get in touch with you.
Larry has said about.
And Larry has said about the Tom Biggie. Is it Biggie or Biggie Canal is available just down the road from here. No problem. No problem finding a beer joint.
Oh, that's
We'd also need somewhere to stay because if it's in the Midlands, it wouldn't be certainly no good for three of us. We'd have to stay over somewhere, wouldn't we?
Yeah, no problem. I know someone that's got a boat in Yelvertoft Marina.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
We can
be all right for a cheese top roll in the morning.
I've only got a double bed. You'd have to toss a coin to see who shares with me.
No, they could win that one, Alan.
Hi, Kathy in California. Good to have you along.
It's a good one.
Oh,
Yeah.
dear.
Hi, Steve.
I'm good, Jules. Thanks.
Hi, Linda.
Linda T said she thinks there should be T-shirts with the dog's pictures
And
on
there's
them.
David from Fenny Stratford. Hi.
I haven't got a dog.
My boys are flat out with the heat in here. They're flat out on the couch at the moment.
I don't know where ours has gone. He's disappeared.
He's disappeared up the other end.
Yeah.
There's a certain dog I am looking forward to seeing shortly, though.
Yeah, isn't it something to do with when you get a print of something? There's lots of them all over it, isn't it?
Something to do with that.
What they called, Gary?
Pixels.
That's the one.
That's the one.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing Pixel. Are they here yet, Ian? Do you know?
Is he
Are
what?
they in the green room
Are
yet?
they here yet?
No, they haven't come in the green room yet, but I don't think they're far off. I think Pixel's having his exercise at the minute in the backyard.
Can I just answer Jules? Jules has asked me a couple of times now, did I walk under the small tunnel in Cosgrove? There is a horse tunnel under the canal at Cosgrove, which is there. Thanks. which is there to get the working horses from the sort of towpath side to what used to be stables, where they would be looked after, fed and watered and that sort of thing. And it's a very narrow tunnel, and it will appear in a future vlog of mine. So I did go, and it will be seen.
Well, I'm glad about that. Did you know I was a horse the other week?
Yeah.
Yes. I've actually done that myself now, not on the turnaround, but I hauled the boat into a lock the other day, heaving it in like you did.
Yeah, it's good exercise, isn't it?
The trouble is some of the locks have got little bridges over them, which make it difficult to get the rope underneath and round. But I thought I'd give it a go.
I tried that one on a split. You know the split bridges where they got the groove down them.
Some have a groove in them, yeah.
But unfortunately, it got narrow at the other end, and I got the boat stuck in there. It took me ages to pull it back out.
Get the rope jammed in the slot. Yeah.
I don't understand why locks aren't a lot more boat friendly nowadays. I can understand them making the mistakes back in the 1700s, but now, I mean, we've got the iron lock further up, and you can't. You can navigate that on your own. You can do it. But it's difficult because there's no way of pulling the bridge in, pulling the boat in. I just don't understand why they don't make it a little bit more boater friendly nowadays. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Ian, I mean, Julia's asked whether we've ever thought of getting a pup. Do you want to answer that one?
A pup?
A puppy.
Puppy.
No, Ian.
Oh, me.
Julie's asked myself and Ian whether we've ever thought of that. She's called it a pup, but puppy, yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Well, one always thinks about these things, but you don't know what's round the corner, do you?
I think I may have put him off because I let him have Smudge for the day.
Anyway, I'm not planning to get a dog, so that's my.
They are a tie.
Yeah, that's the only thing, isn't
companion.
You can't run off and do things. That's the only problem. But certainly, it's not out of the question. You don't know what the future holds. Who knows?
No, I certainly wouldn't be without these two. I mean, heaven forbid the day will come when I won't have them, and I don't think I'll be replacing them. Don't get me wrong, because they are a bind, and obviously I'm not, not getting any younger. But they're fantastic, great company, and I wouldn't be without them. Definitely not.
I've had dogs on and off all my life. Smudge is probably about my 9th dog that I've ever had. And because I'm retired, I've got very attached to Smudge, and I wouldn't part with him for the world. And I'm dreading when the day comes when he has to go across the Rainbow Bridge, because I don't think I'm going to cope with it.
No, I know I'm going to be a cabbage. Well, you know what I'm like. Blimey, some old man with a mask came on this show once, and I went.
Steve, don't worry too much about it, because if Gary's around, we'll get Gary a lead and collar for you, and you can take him for a walk.
No, that's worrying.
Yeah, I mean, I've given you a rope and made you into a horse, haven't I? So why not?
That's really worrying. Alan, I'm getting worried about these two, mate. And why are we always underneath them?
I don't know. Why are we always underneath you?
Swap them round, mate.
Oh, there we go. Now I'm next to him. Oh no! Now I'm under it.
This is like one of those game shows, isn't it? We're all in boxes. But there's so many game shows in boxes. I can't think which one in particular.
Celebrity Squares.
Celebrity Squares.
Celebrity Squares. Right, okay.
Yeah, that was a good one, man.
Yeah, Steve's asked how I'm getting on with my COVID recovery. Thanks for that, Steve. Absolutely well now. I think I'm pretty much back to normal, apart from the breathlessness, which I still suffer from. But as you can see, I'm in fine fettle, and I'm enjoying life at the moment, and feeling really good. So thank you for that.
Can I just
a fat lad?
Well, I'm thinking of it.
What was that?
What?
Go on.
I said Jules is calling someone a fat lad.
It can only be one person.
Steve.
Oh,
she calls Chip fat lad. So hello, Jules. This your
Hi, Jules. Hi, sweetheart.
Oh, Celebrity Square.
She calls Chip fat lad. He's actually lost weight I've got him on a diet.
Yes,
Look at his
isn't he?
chips. He's lost a lot of weight, haven't you, Chipster? So I've got him
He
on a
has.
strict diet. So he's doing well, bless him.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
We're going to have to ban you from doing vlogs, Gary,
Go on.
because I'm calling Steve now Stevie Weavy.
I can't tell you what I call Ian.
I was talking to a couple in the marina the other day, Lynn and Dave. Hello, Lynn and Dave, by the way, if you're watching. And they call themselves Linny Winnie and Davy Wavy. It is taking off, isn't it? I'm going to have to get a T-shirt with something on. Gary Warry or something.
That's it,
Well,
yeah.
Alan's got one with the cheese top roll on, and your mugs. Have you got your mug there? Just quickly.
Mugs, yeah. Do you want to see the mugs?
Yeah.
The mugs come very well
Let
packed,
me
by
make
the
you big,
way.
mate. Let me make you big.
This
You can show
is
your
a particularly nice one. Can't beat a cheese top roll, and it's got my mug on it as well.
I've got a mug.
And if you don't like that, well, you can order them in all different colours. Oops! Oh God! Here's a white one. Just to give you a different idea.
This is getting like a shop.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Let's start bringing ours out, Gary.
Talking about right now. Talking
That's come
about
out really well, though. That one, I really like that one. The pink.
Yeah.
With them.
Yeah.
We
That
won't
does
go
look good,
there.
Alan.
No, not Alan with a pink mug. We have got some terrific guests for you tonight. Now, one of the questions that we are continually being asked is, how do you make cheese on toast? Well, there is no answer to that because basically it's just cheese on a piece of toast. But I do know someone that will have a definitive answer for us. So let's welcome our wonderful guests for the evening, Maggie and Ryan, otherwise known as, and providing I get this one right, Narrowboat Chef.
Hey.
Hey!
Hi, Maggie. Hi, Ryan.
Hiya.
Very nice, Alan.
Very good to see you. There's Pixel.
How are you guys?
Hello, Pixel.
He's not impressed, is he? She's not impressed.
She doesn't look very happy there. Hello, Pixel.
So how are you guys getting on then?
There you go. There's Pixel. Can you see the doggy? Where's the doggy? Where's the doggy?
Come on, guys. Now, Ryan.
Yes.
Cheese on toast. How do you make the perfect cheese on toast for all the men out there?
For all the men out there, the best cheese on toast. Well, I always like to start with a nice thick slice of bread, not too thick. And I like to toast that beforehand to dry out the bread a little bit, because once you cook the cheese, that usually lets off a little bit of oil and moisture on its own. And you don't want it to get too soggy. And then I'll usually use an Edam cheese, or sometimes a mixture of mozzarella and cheddar cheese.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So you toast the toast first, and then you put the cheese on and retoast it.
Yeah.
I just put it in the microwave because it's quicker. Is that not good?
Oh, no. That's screaming.
No.
Bye.
Nuking food. That's not cooking.
No. Country House Gents puts OXO cubes, like a beef stock cube over the top.
Wow.
Worcester sauce is the win.
Something on top of mine.
Red onion.
Red onion jam.
Yeah.
Oh,
we put
yeah.
Worcester sauce
Caramelized
in as well.
onion. Oh.
We used to have a code of microwaves in kitchens, and when I was a chef, we used to call them, I'll get Chef Mike to cook that.
Right.
Chef Mike Ave, middle name Rowe.
Now, am I right in thinking you two actually met working in a kitchen? Am I right there? And who was the head chef?
I was a sous chef at the time. Maggie was already working as an apprentice chef, and I came as a sous chef. And then at the time, I was very much a yelly, angry chef, and I was.
You were the Ramsay. I actually saw Maggie. Your mum has been making jams or chutneys or something.
Yeah, she's.
Yeah.
It's. They're traveling around South Australia, I think, at the moment.
Yeah,
So I'm not quite sure what they're doing.
Yeah, I know she's been making some chutneys or something. So I wondered if you got the cooking from your mum, perhaps. Now, Ryan, you be careful. That's the mother-in-law.
Probably not.
I do about what 98% of the cooking on the boat. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Can I just you've been asked what breed of dog Pixel is. Can you let us know, please?
She's a wire-haired fox terrier. Otherwise,
White-haired fox terrier.
Adorable.
Right, thank you.
And Pixel's she's been in a few times as well.
Yes,
I think.
she has. Luckily, we have a nice life jacket for her.
Hey, hey guys, we're getting some really great comments about cheese on toast. Someone's putting black pudding on it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that's good or not.
Hi, Donna. From Georgia.
Yeah, I like the sound of that, Ian. That sounds good.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah,
I like that.
There's a question for you guys. Have you finished all the DIY?
Not quite yet.
I was doing some painting today, the last few bits of painting. We're just working on our bathroom at the moment, and it's just about finished.
Yeah.
We finished the floor the other day, so that was exciting.
Yeah. Finally,
Yeah, now it's just a few kind of like finishing touches. So
right. For everyone that doesn't know, I just see the comment come up. So everyone that doesn't know, I'll put the comment up and you can answer that when you're ready. When did you actually you met obviously in Australia or in England?
Australia.
So what made you come to England and take to the water?
We get that question a
lot. Yeah.
When we were in Australia, we kind of figured we always wanted to kind of experience Europe lifestyle and that sort of thing. And we thought, rather than traveling to Europe every time we want a taste of Europe, which is 28 to 30-hour flight
very expensive
from Australia, we thought, why not go and live on the doorstep?
Yeah.
Which would be
the UK.
And that was pretty much it.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Okay.
And clearly you're enjoying being on the canals.
Yeah, definitely. The canal boat was not part of the original plan.
No, we
didn't even know they existed.
When we first came across, the plan was just to work and just live.
Travel.
We went up to the Lakes District and I worked at a hotel there for a year.
2 years or so?
2 years.
Yeah.
I worked at a distillery up there for almost a year.
Well, that sounds fun. What were you distilling?
Now I'm interested, Ryan.
Yeah, you piqued our interest now.
It was a newly established distillery, so nothing had aged yet, but they did a few gins. They were trying a vodka. The first batch failed, unfortunately, because of unforeseen circumstances when they had the flooding up there. And they are also blending their own scotch up there as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whereabouts in, obviously you can't mention names, but whereabouts in the Lake District was it?
Just outside Cockermouth.
Oh, right. Yeah, you are up north there. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a nice little place.
Yeah, but after a little while, we kind of realized that it wasn't what we had come to the UK for. We weren't able to travel as much as we wanted. So
working 10-hour days, 5 days, 6 days
being
a
a
week.
chef is not the
long hours, isn't it?
Recommend it as a profession for many people.
You've been asked if you're out cruising at the moment.
Yeah, we're finally out cruising.
Yes.
Do you want to say anything about where you are, or?
We've gone through the Castle Tunnel.
Yeah.
So
that was our third, fourth time through the tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always exciting.
And we haven't gone much further than that.
No.
We haven't really gone that far from the marina yet.
we stopped because the weather said it was going to be horrible for the last few days. It's been absolutely beautiful up here for the last couple of days.
Really?
It hasn't been down where I am.
I was going to say, nor over here with us.
It was a horrendous day yesterday, rain and hail. It was so changeable, sun, rain, all day long. It was one of the worst days I've ever had.
Yeah, yesterday was a bit like
horrendous.
that.
Didn't know what to wear.
Yeah.
Out.
Oh, I think this is really good. I think Gary, Steve, and I will bear this one. BB Bow. Is that if that's a pronounce it, BB Bow?
Yeah, I'm just trying to turn this off now. I think I read that one. We met them at the marina, and I'm pretty sure the young chap won one of your hats and one of your mugs.
Right.
Ian.
That is correct.
Yes, definitely. Dave and Kelly, was it?
That's
Or
it.
Carly?
Yeah.
Kelly, wasn't it?
Now they say in there it's Kelly Welly and Davy Wavy.
That'll be it then, Kelly. Yes. Yeah, I can't remember the young chap's name, but perhaps not mention young ones. But yeah, they won a competition, didn't they, on your channel?
Yeah.
And I think he won one of your hats and one of your mugs, I think. And we met them on, I think it was Saturday, wasn't it, in the marina?
It was indeed. You were on the fueling arm, Gary. So
That's right.
we met.
No, I was
there.
on the visitor mooring, wasn't I? I was on the visitor mooring, I think. Yeah.
Well, you were over that side of the marina. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So it was nice to meet you guys. It was nice to know you're watching. So hello. Yeah.
So back to Narrowboat Chef. You spent the week in the marina, did you? Just ignore him. He only does soup and courage, so you don't need to worry about anything else.
Hey, listen, my curries are legendary. And as for my soups, honestly, Ryan, if ever you need to know how to make a soup, mate, you give me a shout.
I bet you've been asked, what is the favourite meal you like to make?
Ooh.
Good question.
Cheese on toast.
Pizzas way too often.
We have mini pizzas.
They're just super easy and quite tasty. We do Japanese rice bowls quite often when we've got the ingredients for them. That's nice. And noodles. We love noodles. We're noodles obsessed at the moment.
Noodles. This might be a handy little tip for a lot of people. When we do our grocery shop, we go usually to Aldi because it's cheap.
Yep.
And we
Other
pick
brands are available.
Yeah.
We pick up little packets of like 2-minute noodles. They're cheap, 22
like 22p,
pence.
yeah.
They're really cheap. And I always think because we pick up like 6 or 8 of them at a time. I always think the cashier must be these people subsisting on 2-minute noodles. What we do is we throw the little sachet out and we just use the noodles themselves because
they're quite decent.
They're decent enough noodles for us. And we usually just make our own broth, like maybe a chicken based or a beef stock based broth.
And then just top it with
vegetables,
vegetables, bit of meat.
Yeah. So it's really
nice. I cook pot noodles very, very regular. They're good.
Yeah. And they last pretty much forever in the dry store.
Yeah, so they're brilliant to have.
Yeah. I like pot noodle, the Bombay Bad Boy. Oh. That's good. Actually, I think Steve you like them as well, Steve, don't you?
What's that?
The pot noodles, the Bombay Bad Boy.
Do you know what? I haven't had a pot noodle for ages. And ages.
They're every boater's godsend, they are. They're great, they are. You can just put the kettle on and you've got a meal.
Not on my boat, they're not.
No, you're too busy microwaving your toast.
Yeah.
Actually, going back to toast, Dennis Harvey's asked the question, what's the difference between cheese on toast and Welsh rarebit? Now, I've often wondered that myself.
Well, Welsh rarebit is usually cheese mixed, like the topping is a cheese mixed with several other different ingredients. I can't remember what exactly is in it.
I think you've got onion. I think you have beer in it.
Yeah.
What kind of cheese then?
Yeah, it's really nice. My dad, bless him, rest in peace, but he used to make a pretty mean Welsh rarebit. It was gorgeous. And I can still smell it in the saucepan all melting. And he used to put big chunks of onion in it and everything. It was just amazing. Yeah. Amazing.
It's a much
As a kid, I always thought it was a rare rabbit.
Yeah. Yeah. My dad used to eat them as well.
It's like that pigeon I found. Was it Gary Eye Pigeon or something, wasn't it?
You see what I have to put up with Maggie and Ryan? I get this all the time. I was in the National Waterways Museum and he just said, because I took quite a few pictures there. It was just an amazing place. Visit there. It's amazing. But anyway, I went down one morning with my tripod and my camera and just set up the camera, and the museum was closed. So it got some pretty good pictures. And then some friends of mine were bringing their boat back in. Hello, Sandy and Kev, if you're watching. And I thought I'd set the lock up for them. So I met Ian. He was doing some filming there. He said, Gary, just sit on the lock. That'll make a nice picture. I'll take your photograph. I went, oh, thank you, Ian. So I sat on the lock, and I'm just there with my windlass, and he took a photograph. Lovely setting and everything. I thought, oh, I'll wait for that, and I can edit it and have a play around with it. Next thing I know, I'm getting notifications from Facebook saying, what's this about you being a pigeon? And he was saying, oh, I looked like a rare pigeon sitting on this lock. I was getting comments for days about that, so thanks for that, Ian. Yeah.
The best one was the Garrier pigeon.
Garrier pigeon. I can't remember who it was that said that, but yeah, a rare Garrier pigeon. Yeah.
Do you come across any rare things on your? I suppose so. If you come from Australia to England and you're living, a lot of the wildlife you come across is going to be unique. Is it?
Yeah.
There's no kangaroos, is there? Or wallabies around here?
Squirrels are always exciting.
Yeah.
Rabbits.
Rabbits are exciting. Well, you do get the rabbits in Australia, but they tend to, especially in Queensland, there's lots of laws against rabbits because they cause a lot of damage to the environment in Australia.
They're considered pests.
Yeah, they're considered pests.
But they're probably here.
At least you don't have to look under your toilet seat here, do you?
Well, there is that. Or in your boots.
Yeah. You know, there's not much that can kill you. I think we've got one poisonous snake, isn't it, in the UK? Is it?
Yeah, the adder.
The adder, I think, is only the one. And do you know what? As a kid, I used to play around the woods, in the countryside. I have never ever seen a wild snake in this country. When I was a kid playing, I've never seen one.
No.
Which is strange, considering they're supposed to be everywhere. I've never seen one. Have you, though? Ian, have you ever seen one?
Now.
I have actually,
one.
but it was a dead one.
Oh, right. I've never seen one. I've seen them when I've been abroad in the States and that, but I've never seen one over here.
I've never seen snakes around either.
No,
I've seen
eels.
What are they called?
Eels going along the water.
What are those steam ground snakes called?
Grass snakes
I've
go
seen
along
grass
the canal.
snakes in the canal before now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen this snake in the canal. I mean, I can't even count the number of times I've seen a snake in Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite a few, I would imagine.
Yeah,
I remember once I was in the States and I was looking out of the hotel window, and there was these security guys, and they had a very long stick, and they were poking this. Well, it looked like it was rock hard. This snake, poor thing, had died, and it was just solid, and they were still poking it with this stick just to make sure. And I remember my daughter was only little, and we went down to have a look because you don't see that, you know, from the UK. You're not used to seeing it, so you're like, wow, look at that dead snake. So yeah, about the highlight of a holiday, I think. Bless her. Never mind.
We were asked a question by Johnny Mason earlier, which we haven't got round to yet, and it's what do we think about electric scooters going up and down the towpath? Well, I've never seen any electric scooters on the towpath. All I've ever seen is sort of motorbikes, and that is a definite no-no. Have you now seen any electric scooters about?
Yeah.
I've seen one or two. I think if they're ridden sensibly, then there's no problem with them. But the ones I've seen on the towpath, they're flat out. They give you very little warning that they're coming.
They got no
personally, my own view, they should be banned. And they should be burnt and cut up when they're stopped as well, because they are damned dangerous.
I think there's a place for them. I know they're running trials at the moment in the cities over here. That if you hire one, they're legal. So they're having a look if people are getting drunk on them, having a look how many incidents there are on them, and then they're looking at going the next stage and perhaps legalizing them. Personally, where I'm moored, and the other guys know where I'm moored, there's a big issue with them here. They go about 20, 30 mile an hour, some of these scooters, and they don't slow down. And it's usually youngsters that have got no thought for anyone else. So personally, I would love to just gently nudge them in the drink. But I think there's a time and a place for them. I think they're a marvelous thing. I just think it's the people that are riding them. Some of them haven't got the consideration for other people. They don't consider people on the towpath because some people partially sighted, some people are deaf. So cyclists ringing your bell, you can ring it till the dogs come home. You're not going to hear it if you're deaf. And they just expect you just to move out the way. I think it's not necessarily the scooters, Steve. It's the people riding them.
I agree.
Yeah, it is. And I think there's a place for them. I really do think
they're ridden sensibly.
Yeah, exactly. There's a place for them, but there's quite a few people around here that just think the towpath is a racetrack because it's all tarmacked here and concrete, so you can get a good speed here, and they do regularly.
And they are banned on the towpath, by the way.
They are banned by CRT.
They are banned. They shouldn't be on there.
Ryan and Maggie, are you likely to be spending your winter? I know it's only spring now, but are you thinking of going back down south for winter, or will you be staying up north somewhere to experience a bit of northern weather?
We have booked into a different marina this winter, so thought ahead. And we are booked into a different marina, so we're not going back to Aston Marina. It's a bit more south than Aston Marina. So.
Next year we're planning to go down south, so we thought we position ourselves a bit better to get a bit of a head start and get as much in next year.
So do you fancy doing the Leeds Liverpool then?
We are doing the Leeds and Liverpool
this year.
Yeah.
Lovely canal. Lovely canal.
Yeah.
Ian,
can I just
can you put a link up for the Go Narrowboating Teespring website, please? Have you got that available to put up?
It's now
Narrowboating.store.
Have we got? Yeah, there you go.
Well, while Ian does that.
No, that's
there you go, Jan.
the wrong one. Hang on a minute.
That one.
Yeah, put it back up here. Ryan, we've had a question from Eugene Moore. Do you have a recipe for sweet curry?
Sweet curry?
Sweet curry, yeah. Interesting one, that.
Sweet potato curry, that's
kind of a sweet one.
It's not like a spicy one, definitely.
No, I don't put any heat in it. There is cayenne pepper in the recipe, but that can be taken out. But yeah, like a lot of curry recipes usually just add a bit of honey to them and reduce the spices.
Hi, Sasha.
Or pineapple, perhaps, make it more like a sweet and sour, something like that.
There's a couple of Japanese curry recipes that have honey in them.
It's a question for you, Ryan. You're a man, so you'll understand this question that I'm about to ask. So sorry about this, Maggie. You can answer if you wish, but this is directed mainly at Ryan. Do you think pineapple on pizza is good?
Depends on the pizza. Like
definitely.
I guess it's with the ham and pineapple. It's not my favorite. I'll eat it if it's available.
That's a man's pizza.
There you go, Paul, and that's from a chef.
Is that Paul on Baked on Board? Is it, Ian?
No, I just thought I would like to ask a chef, Maggie. What's your impression upon a man eating a ham and pineapple pizza? Do you think it's good?
Yes.
I think as long as he's enjoying it, fine by me.
What it is, Maggie, we've got a friend and he's got a trade boat around here called Baked on Board. And it is the best pizzas going, honestly.
Absolutely.
But I do a live on Facebook and he comes on and everybody's saying you've got to have pineapple on pizza. I am a pineapple on pizza guy. I love pineapple on pizza. I love it. But I think all of us do, but he's dead against it and he won't put one on. So we're all going to go to Baked on Board. We're going to find out where he's moored shortly and throw a pineapple on it at him and say, we want a pizza, Paul.
Yeah,
exactly, Sue. Pineapple Gate again.
I've just been asked if I ever make cheese top rolls. And I'm sort of thinking, well, why would I want to do that when I can buy them in a shop? I don't bake and I don't cook, so no, I don't. I don't make my own cheese top rolls. Sorry about that. I just buy ready prepared food and eat that.
Do you guys make
So
your
no,
own
I
bread?
don't bake any rolls.
We make our own bread occasionally, don't we?
Sometimes,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
You
again,
do?
because it's such a faff, basically.
Yeah.
All the
I can just
kneading
buy it
and
in the
But I get,
buy it in the store.
You
I
can go
gather in
live for 80
Australia
or
the
90
cheese top
pounds.
rolls come with bits of bacon on them. That sounds
Oh,
very
yeah.
tasty, I have to say.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
I
wish
must
someone
admit,
would do that over here.
Yeah, that does sound nice. Crispy bacon. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you what, in
in the
Waitrose,
roll, in the
Yeah,
cheese top roll.
I think in Waitrose,
Absolutely.
Alan, you can get cheese and onion top rolls.
Where?
Why not? That sounds nice.
It's not as good as
Yeah,
bacon.
it does, yeah.
Yeah. Bacon and cheese is always
You
good.
can't beat a cheese and onion toasty, can you?
I've got to say, Ian, you do make a nice cheese and ham toasty. I've had a couple
know.
on board Morning Star, and they're very good, mate.
I'm not a chef. Don't worry about it. You'll be okay.
No, I mean, it's the way you peel that cheese slice out of the packet and you put it on the bread. How you can make plastic. How you can make plastic taste so good is beyond me, man. It's fair do, but it's really nice. So neatly sliced.
Yeah.
It takes me
Somebody
hours
asked the
to
question.
slice it that thin.
Somebody's asked the question: why is it cheese topped rolls and not cheese bottom rolls?
Well, these are full of them, yeah.
Cheese is on the top.
Well, it's a bit
Full
like
up,
the other
exactly.
way around, isn't it?
Turn it upside down.
Turn it upside
Yeah,
down.
Just
turn
turn it
over.
upside down, and that's it.
So, what does Pixel eat? Does he eat the when you're cooking? Does he sort of, or she stiffen round?
Oh yeah.
She knows that when we're in the kitchen cooking, especially if we're doing a video of cooking, she knows that she's not allowed in the kitchen, and she will sit right at the edge. And she knows that she can't come in. And she'll see something drop, and she'll stare at it, and she'll stare at it until we leave the kitchen, and she knows she can go in and get it.
I tell you what, Maggie and Ryan, I know you did. I'm pretty sure you did a winter cooking book.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you do a winter? Have you done a summer one or?
We're
It's
doing
in
it
the
at the
works.
moment. Yeah. We're in
Right.
the middle.
I look forward to seeing that one.
And just in case anyone's in, this isn't a shop, folks, and I'm not trying to push anything, but have you got your book there in case
Yeah.
anyone's in? Oh, blimey, that was quick, Maggie.
It's ready.
There it is.
Beautiful pictures in it.
I might get that myself.
Nice.
Yes, you think so too. You agree.
I bet there's no cheese top rolls in there though for Alan.
No.
All right.
no.
Maybe the summer one.
Oh, I won't be buying a cookbook then. Oh dear. I've actually just been asked whether I've ever tried cheese muffins, and the answer is no. I'm not even aware that you could get a cheese muffin.
Oh,
You can get cheese scones though, can't you?
yeah. Yeah.
I tell you what, Ryan, could you do a special, just a normal little 2-pager or something on how to make ham and pineapple pizza? I'm just asking for a friend.
Well, that friend's
I've got to tell you, Ian, if you see a very large boat with an oven right at the bow, pull up next to Morning Star, you know you're going to get it, don't you?
Yeah.
What, you mean I could get a cheese and a ham and pineapple pizza? Yes.
Yes.
That
I
friend's
think we got a
called
pizza
cookbook.
recipe in the legacy one, pizza bread pizzas, don't we?
mini pizzas.
Yeah, we have mini pizzas. Just put ham and pineapple on those.
Yeah.
What's a mini
Oh,
pizza?
yeah.
What's a mini
But
pizza?
do you actually put the pineapple in the oven or do you put it on after?
Put it in the oven. It helps
Yeah.
caramelize some of those sugars too when you're baking it. It tastes
Yeah,
nice.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
What we make is with you just get a packet of pita breads, and
I've had me tea and I'm hungry now.
and they're cheap. They're about
What, 30, 40p?
39p, I think, from Tesco and that. So, and it's a packet of 6, and you just put some tomato
Tomato
paste
paste,
on it,
bit of herbs,
cheese,
cheese, and
whatever
then your ham and
toppings you want.
pineapple.
and we have them all
Oh.
the time.
Maggie,
Maggie,
you've been
Ryan.
asked whether your parents will be able to visit you this year.
No, not this year.
Not this year,
Not
no.
this year.
No.
Hmm.
They'll
And-
probably
and-
be able to get over, but I don't know whether they'd be able to come back
Back
to
easily,
Australia.
yeah.
easily.
Catherine Atkins has said she's bought the book. The recipes are great and the pictures are lovely.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
that's nice.
Have your mum and dad managed to keep their boat? Are they keeping their boat, Maggie?
Yeah, yeah. They're going to come across next year, aren't they?
They're going to come across next year, and luckily we've got like distant relatives who have been taking it out for them.
It's been such a burden on them, having to take the boat around on a short holiday and enjoy themselves out on the cuts.
They're taking one for a team, yeah.
Yeah, taking one for the team.
I was lucky enough to meet your mum and dad a couple of times. They've been on chugs and had a few cuppers. They're lovely people. I can see where you get that smile from. It's addictive.
Yeah.
They are good people.
Yes.
Your dad, I tell you what, fellas, I know Steve and Ian are big fellas, but you've got nothing on Maggie's dad, I can tell you.
Yeah.
He's very tall.
How tall is your dad?
He's 6'4".
He's a big chap, yeah, and he came on chugs. He looked like a hitman. He looked like something out of a movie.
You don't cross him then.
No. He stood on the back and he had I'm sure it was a dead long, dark, waxed coat on. And like a cowboy hat. I thought he was going to pull a rifle out of it or something. Daunting looking fella, but he's such a lovely chap. He's a big man.
Yeah, he wouldn't have 5.
We've got a question here that's been asked 3 or 4 times now. Maggie and Ryan, do you have a meal or a dish that you can be made in under 15 minutes? So rather than a ready meal, have you got something you can put together in under 15 minutes?
Mini pizzas.
Mini pizzas,
right.
Cheese on toast.
Cheese on toast?
Yeah.
Chris?
Yeah, the noodles, quite often they don't take very long.
They don't take very long.
Yeah.
Chris does a very nice recipe called Singapore beef. It's minced beef with peppers, spring onions, soy sauce.
And that's
really nice.
Noodles, but Steve doesn't like noodles.
So I get it with rice.
And that takes 10 to 15 minutes to cook. Brilliant.
Yeah, lentil bolognese takes about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You don't have to cook the meat out because the lentils are already pre-cooked.
Just use tinned lentils.
As chefs, as a couple of chefs, is it better to make, if you've got the time that is it better to make your own pasta or to buy it? Or is there not really a difference between it?
It is such a process sometimes, depending on what pasta you're making. You could argue that it's easier when doing lasagnas because if you got a pasta machine, you can make bigger sheets and you don't have to cook it for as long. But
definitely buying is easier.
Definitely buying is easier.
We usually buy a 3-kilo bag of spiral pasta whenever we go to Tesco because it's like £4 that lasts us for ages.
Oh yeah. But yeah, making pasta is just and it's so messy. You get flour everywhere. And when you're done, you're like, I don't want to eat pasta now. I've had enough of pasta.
Right. Question for you, only because, sorry, Ryan, it's a question for you because I've only ever seen you do it. So with apologies to Maggie there. You take an egg and you crack it in one hand, drop it and throw the shell away. How on earth do you do that?
Do you do it?
Well, I can grab an egg and show you if you like.
No.
I'll put you on. I'll put you on. So
you watch Maggie get covered in egg now. It'll all go wrong.
Yeah, you go everywhere.
Pixel can have it afterwards. Good for a coat.
Here we go.
Right. Yeah, now you've got it in your hand.
So I get my hand, so I've got my finger there and my other finger there, and this one's usually in the middle. And I usually tap it, then I roll it around over a little bit, tap it again. So now I've got that nice crack. And I use that finger to kind of crack the egg a bit more, and then use my thumb, press it in at the edge, and then kind of lever it open like that.
Oh, wow.
Amazing. A slow-mo of in my next vlog.
I don't think I've ever fried a successful egg. I break every egg. I can't fry an egg.
I don't know how you do that. I'd get bits of shell and all sorts everywhere.
The trick that I learned was
three fingers.
chef's college was if you do get a shell in your egg, rather than trying to get it out with your finger or whatever, because it always runs away.
Yeah.
If you use half of the egg shell that you've just cracked, and if you use the eggshell itself to scoop the little bit of shell out, it doesn't run away.
No, it's easier. Yeah.
It's easy to scoop the eggshell out.
I think it's because it's still got the membrane on it, hasn't it? So the shell sticks to the membrane on the egg, I think.
Yeah.
Didn't I sound intelligent there, Ian?
It's all very worrying, Gary.
I know, but I've heard that somewhere.
I'm going to have to demote you now for that.
Oh, okay. I like it down here. I'm happier in the basement.
But with all chef skills, we're all taught to apprentices through repetition. You just, okay, now you need to crack 250 eggs for breakfast. I'll leave you to it.
Ryan, you've been asked, can you do it in your left hand as well?
So can I crack in my left hand?
Can you do your egg with the left hand?
Yeah.
As well as the right? So you can do two at once then?
Yeah. when you're sitting there an hour cracking eggs as a chef.
250 eggs for breakfast sounds like the norm on Morning Star, to be fair.
I couldn't have breakfast.
You want to see his omelettes?
No, so one thing I can't make is an omelette. I cannot make omelettes.
I'm good at omelettes. I'm pretty good because I break eggs, so I'm pretty good at omelettes. Yeah,
I got a video on how to make omelets, don't we?
We do. We do have a video.
You have a video? What, a vlog video?
Yeah. We have a vlog video on the channel about cooking eggs, and we do omelette, fried, poached.
Oh, I've seen that one. Yes.
Scrambled, yep.
Very good.
You put vinegar in the water for something, don't you?
Yeah.
Eggs,
for boiled eggs and poached eggs. It helps
the white from spreading.
the outer membrane of the egg. So if you're boiling an egg and the eggshell breaks, it won't just all spill out and explode out into your water. It'll get sealed up before it explodes with the vinegar.
And that's what vinegar does. Is it white vinegar or fish and chip shop vinegar?
Well, most vinegars will work, but white vinegar is the best to use because it doesn't discolor the egg or anything.
Wow. And is there a technique to not break the egg? Because I usually use a knife to crack it, but I usually end up breaking the yolk.
Well, it's usually most of the time to do with the egg. If you keep the eggs in the fridge for a little bit, they're a little bit less likely to break when you put it in a pan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it gets because the cold makes it a little bit more solid, like a little bit less fluidy.
Yeah.
Fluidy? Is that
Less solid.
less solid?
More solid.
More solid. But yeah, it's just more practice, really.
Yeah, but I was told that eggs don't keep as long in the fridge as if you put one on the outside. So
no, it doesn't matter. That mainly comes from like American eggs versus almost every other country on Earth eggs, because in America they bleach and wash the outside of the eggs. That's why all American eggs are usually white. They clean them, which gets rid of the protective outer membrane on the eggshell. And American eggs need to be refrigerated because they're more susceptible to bacteria infections.
All right.
So
Not really.
is that Pixel enjoying the egg there? Is that Pixel enjoying the egg there? I see she was,
Likes looking
right.
That's my wrist.
So what have you got another cooking vlog coming out, you guys?
We do. We're trying to get this
Bathroom finished.
finished first before we kind of move on to everything else, because it's been a bit of a pain in the butt.
We thought a weekend, get it done, and we'll be done in a week.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
2 months ago.
2 months ago. You would have thought plumbing's difficult.
Yeah, but it's more difficult when you're cruising as well, though, isn't it?
Yeah. And the
Alan,
limited space.
Alan's done a lot of plumbing, haven't you, Alan?
Well, I wouldn't say I've done plumbing. I did my shower some long while back, but I didn't do any plumbing as such. I did a bit of new tiling. I fitted a new shower tray. That was quite involved because I couldn't match up the original tiles, and there were gaps, and I had to make good, and that was quite involved. You know, it was my longest ever video, I think. And of course, David's just done one as well, 45 minutes on his shower.
That's right.
But
There's
my
one
shower
thing
is
we-
very, very small, and I've overcome the problem by having a wider. The shower curtain, the actual rail, is wider than the tray, so it comes down at an angle, and it gives me a bit more room. But it is a bit of a nuisance, I have to say. It just needs a bigger shower, and there's no way of doing it without remodeling the boat, literally. Because when I first came to Yelvertoft, there was an identical boat to mine here, and he'd had his done at a boatyard. It had the shower room modified so you could get a standard sort of 700 ml shower in, but I don't want to do that. So, we had the side wall taken down, and it was quite involved, and it looked pretty awful.
Yeah, it was. That's one of the things we found on a narrowboat. There is no quick.
No.
Whatever you do, there's no quick.
No. Like every time we thought, oh, we have everything, and we'll get in and tackle it, and then we'd get a little of the way in, and we find the pipes don't match, or they're not long enough, or we don't have the right fixtures, or the fixtures are missing a bit. So then we go to try and buy the bit, and then we find the original bit in the box.
In the box.
In the box.
The only quick I've ever found on a boat is the one on my finger when I snag it on something, and it hurts like bilio.
You didn't mess around though when you were doing your dinette, Ian. To be fair, you did that pretty quick.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
and it's very comfortable. Now, I've got a question which I'd like to say I've been paid, but I haven't really been paid. But it's going to cost the person that asked the question when I see him next. What is a flungelbinder?
What?
A flungelbinder. A flungelbinder.
It was in the things.
That was in the comments, wasn't it?
Yeah, no. Now, how many of you have got tie-up shoelaces on your shoes?
was that comment off of Simon Collier by any chance?
Yeah.
Well, you know the stupid little metal bit, the stupid little metal bit on the end of a shoelace that goes through the holes.
Yeah.
And then goes inside your shoe and hurts like anything when you get it in the wrong place.
Yes.
Evidently, that's the nearest we've got to a flungelbinder. But it came from a fictitious word in the movie Cocktail. So there you go, Simon. We have asked the question and educated all these wonderful people for you.
Can I tell you why you have said that, Ian?
Yeah, because I was asked to.
No. Simon and Tracy are dear friends of mine, and I met them when I did the Shropshire Union. They're in Norbury Junction, Norbury Wharf. They're fantastic people. And some time ago, when we started doing Go Narrowboating, sorry about this, Maggie and Ryan, he said to me, I want you to get a word in the vlog. I went, what do you want me to get in? He said, flux capacitor. And I said, how on earth am I going to get that in the vlog? So this afternoon, I had a chat with Simon on the phone, and whatever word that was you said, Ian, that's what he said. He said, that's your word for tonight. I want you to get that in the vlog.
I've done it.
I said, no, you've got it in, Ian. Well done, Simon.
A bottle of something that is.
Oh, fair dues. You owe me a pint, Simon.
So guys, look, if we can get this Go Narrowboating barbecue off the rails this summer, are you going to come down and cook it for us?
That's cookie.
That is a challenge.
So that's why you asked us on tonight, isn't it?
No.
Ulterior motive.
Yeah.
We've been manipulated. I've never been so disrespected before.
I can't wait to give you 250 eggs to crack for breakfast. Oh,
the barbecue, 250 eggs.
Everybody.
250 eggs.
That'll be fun.
I think we're having internet problems up this end. Just bear with me a second.
We just flew somewhere.
And what about
comment earlier? They couldn't see Steve. In fact,
I don't know whether you saw the last Go Narrowboating.
I don't know what he means by that.
Ryan, but we had Country House Kent and he took on the challenge off Ian of making lardy cake. And I know Steve's made it. Have you ever made lardy cake, or are you aware of lardy cake?
I saw that. I'd never heard of it before. Didn't know it was a thing. I think you had it.
Lardy
I sent it
cake.
to you.
Yeah, I think someone's mentioned it in one of the kitchens I've worked in since I've come to the UK.
Yeah. It looks good.
It was very nice. Very rich, though. I had a piece of Steve's, and it was very nice, but it was very, very rich. You couldn't eat a lot of it, but
yeah,
it was nice. It was nice.
Yeah.
My impression of Steve's video,
guys, I think we've got an internet issue with you at the moment. Can you hear us, guys?
I can hear you,
Maggie and
Ryan. I'm good.
You keep freezing on us at the moment. I don't know quite why. You've been great all evening.
You've been good. You're good on mine.
Yeah, just be aware that
we're having problems too. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe it's.
Are we okay?
It must depend where you are, because Maggie and Ryan, I've had problems with their reception virtually since we started.
Right.
So I think we're getting different.
Can we get some feedback from anybody that's watching, just to say, are we coming over? Okay, guys, please, very much. Thank you very much. Anyway, so my question.
We've been asked about tunnel stripes. Someone has asked you, Ian, apparently, on your website or something about tunnel stripes and what they're for. And I think when you're actually out cruising and you see a boat ahead, if you see the tunnel stripes, you definitely know which way it's going. I've just put tunnel stripes on my boat to add a bit of colour to it, and I'm very pleased with how they've come out actually. And you'll see more of that in my next vlog on Sunday. But I think they're a good idea. When you're actually cruising and you see a boat ahead of you, you know it's there. In a tunnel, they're no use at all. I
think they were used as a guide on the old workboats, that you could see how laden they were, how loaded they were, and if it went down. And also, there's an old canal superstition about tunnel stripes. If you look at tunnel stripes, they're concave when they go around the back. If you look at the front ends of them, they're always concave, or most of them are, when they go round. And the superstition goes that you catch good luck as it goes through the water. You're supposed to catch good luck, and that's why they're concave at the front of the tunnel stripes.
But the original use for tunnel stripes goes back to the early days of the workboats, before tunnel lamps were electric. So in the old days, tunnel lamps were candles in a lantern. And the only way you could tell a boat was in front of you in a long tunnel was the candle lamp would light up the lighter colour of the tunnel band. And that's why you usually see the top band is a light colour like a cream. Then as things progressed and electric lights bulbs came in, and now LEDs, as Alan quite rightly says, they're next to useless in a tunnel because you can see quite clearly there's a boat in front of you. So, but that's what the tunnel stripes were originally for. So I'm told by a boater who was born and bred on a working boat.
I mean, when you go, I went through Crick Tunnel today, and as soon as I entered the tunnel, I could see the outline of a boat ahead of me. I know that boat is moving away from me because I couldn't see any light. Had a light been shining my way, I would know the boat was coming towards me. Indeed. But a few days ago, I went through Blisworth Tunnel. And for those that aren't aware, Blisworth Tunnel is the third longest navigable tunnel in the country. It's 3,057 yards. I remember that. And I went in and there was no boat coming towards me and no boat came in behind me. I had the whole tunnel to myself for a whole of 40 minutes. It was great. Absolutely great. I loved it. I was singing to myself, keeping myself company.
Oh no.
Yeah, Chris is still awake.
So guys, when you came through Hare Castle, how many boats came through with you?
Just us. We have the whole tunnel to ourselves.
Yep.
Yeah.
Really? So you beat Alan then? Well done.
Yeah, it's just us.
We arrived because they're opening from 8 to 12 for free travel and then bookings after 12. We arrived just before 12 and a boat went in ahead of us and they closed the tunnel up. We had to fill up on water anyway. And then we were just waiting around. They're like, all right, we'll just send you guys through next. There's no one else really coming and there's no one on the other side, so we'll just send you through. And we just went in there all by ourselves.
I know some friends of mine who watch the vlog. You'd be aware of Hillary and Malcolm. Well, they've just gone through Frogall, the low tunnel.
Oh, the very low one, yeah.
Yeah, I know Hillary's managed to get through. I think she's on her own there. She's the only one that moored up there in the basin, just through there. Not many boats can get through there, I believe. It's really low.
What happens if you get through and the water level rises and you can't get back?
Well,
it's risky.
yeah.
It is risky, isn't it?
I think Hillary had to have a few people stood on the stern with her as well, just to bring the boat down a little bit. Yeah, it is really low. I think they've got a guide, haven't they, in the lock just before you get there. They've got like a sheeting. So if you touch the sheeting, you can't go through the tunnel.
Yeah. And the tunnel was actually designed for working boats. So as you know, the old working boats were triangular, weren't they, on the cargo area? And they would have gone through no problem at all. But because modern,
I think there was wasn't there a tea room there, Steve? Isn't there a tea room down by the basin?
There's a lovely tea room there. Yeah, we stopped in that. There's a big winding hole just before the tunnel that you can moor up at, and we cycled with bikes over the top of the tunnel. And when you get to the end, the terminus, there is a lovely little cafe there. It's in one of the warehouses at the end there. That's well worth the trip. Well worth the trip. So if you do go up that way, if you can't get through the tunnel, it's worth walking on to get to the end. It's not that far.
No, it's not very far at all.
Susan has asked us whether we sing while steering our boats, and I've just said I was singing in the tunnel because you've got good acoustics in the tunnel. It's great, but I do sing when I'm in my camper or when I'm by myself, as long as no one's listening. If there's anyone else in the tunnel, I wouldn't dare sing. But you can yell and do all sorts of things in the tunnel. It's wonderful. I really love it.
I sing.
I've got a cream, and it's.
I've got a confession to make now. We were in a tunnel some way back, and there was a family on a hire boat behind. So, as you do, I shouted out "Deo." By the time we come out the tunnel, the father on the other boat and I were doing a duet. That was funny. But yes, I do sing.
I sing quite regularly when I'm on the stern. I do like to sing. Probably scare the local wildlife, but I do. Yeah.
How about you, Ryan and Maggie? Do you sing on your boat when you're cruising?
Yeah, I
or
do.
Cooking?
Ryan sings silly little songs that he makes up.
About what I'm doing and stuff. Something about feeding the dog. Feeding the dogs.
There was one person that commented on the last video put out about how he was singing about putting the pipe on. You're like, piece of pie, please go on.
Not the pipe of peace, then.
Not the pipe of peace, yeah.
I think to be honest, I think we've all got secret desires to be opera singers when we go through tunnels.
Speak for yourself.
The acoustics are really good.
They are indeed.
They are. They're excellent in the tunnel.
I've been asked what I was singing, but I can't actually remember now. I really cannot. It wasn't opera. I remember that.
No, I thought it was "I'm a troll, fold a roll, and I'll eat you for my dinner." He was singing to a cheese top roll.
I ran out of cheese top rolls.
Terrible.
I worry about you when you've run out of cheese top rolls, Alan.
Yeah, I do.
Don't worry, I get something else. I went to the shop in Crop Ready, which is in a sort of quite a nice caravan park. They didn't have any cheese top rolls. They only had the ones that are, last about 3 months or something. They were very nice, very fresh. I was quite surprised, actually.
Alan, if you go into a shop and they haven't got one, you ought to give them one of your mugs that says, "I can't beat a cheese top roll."
No, I must admit, I like a cheese top roll too, but Alan and his cheese top rolls with cheese.
I don't really know how that all came about. Actually, is it true that I've been eating for many years?
Emmental cheese.
Yeah. Sorry,
Emmental cheese, isn't it, in the middle?
Well, it could be anything.
Emmental,
Gouda, Edam.
Edam.
Red Leicester, could be anything.
Yeah,
but
it was cheddar with ginger from the cheese I was sent.
Oh yes, I saw that. Yeah, you got those little round Cheshire cheeses, didn't you?
Very nice too. Yeah.
I must admit,
I had a
was
little
my
bit of a port
favourite
last
cheese.
night. Actually, thank you, Mark, for the port and the cheese.
Just a quick
What's
one.
your favourite
Santi
cheese
asked about he's asking about the canal reopening up here. We did mention it earlier on in the feed, but yes, it's opening up this weekend,
Friday.
So, Friday. So we'll all be escaping. But yeah.
Oh, yes.
I don't think we're all going on Friday necessarily, but it's going to be chaos. I think everyone knows where I'm heading for this weekend, but I won't be going through the breach, not this weekend. A few weeks' time.
Can I please just say that I'm taking a couple of weeks off. My vlogs are going to continue to come out. They're all programmed to come out over the next couple of weeks. But as a consequence of that, my live feed will be taking a holiday too from Friday for 2 weeks. But Steve's live feed will come on. So as I go into a marina for the 2 week period, Steve will be coming out and he'll be switching himself on.
I'm not staying in the same marina as him.
I was going to say turning yourself on, but I thought not. So I'll just say switching.
Oh, that's been a long time, Ian.
But I'm back on
we've been asked about whether we could use fluorescent paint for the tunnel stripes.
Absolutely.
Because there's nothing to stop us doing.
They do in Harecastle, don't they? They do in Harecastle.
Yeah, but I'm not worth seeing any boats with fluorescent stripes on the back.
In actual fact, nowadays,
to stop you to do that.
So, in fact, nowadays you can use any colour you like. Because tunnel lights are so bright now that the tunnel bands really now are just for decoration. Ours, for instance, are cream and light blue, and I know others like Alan's white and red, and I've seen yellow and green in the past. So you can use whatever colour paint you want. Yeah.
Yeah, I've tried to do mine more conventional. Chalky white and alpha red, the colours that I've chosen.
The colours, yeah.
That sounds like someone out of a comic.
Chalky white, yeah.
Chalky white,
I'm just going to have to shut my blinds because the sun's coming at me. Hang on a minute. I'll be back.
You're only doing that to advertise your T-shirt.
Who were those handsome chaps at the top of that T-shirt? Did you spot who it was, Gary?
I think I noticed, Alan, some very handsome chaps on the top.
There's a couple of handsome chaps.
Yeah. Look at
that. Do you know what? There's a story about that. I said to Keith, who very kindly designed these T-shirts for us, could Steve and I go on the top of the next one? But it hasn't quite worked out that way.
Be careful, Ian. Ian,
yes,
be very careful.
I can't say anything other than to say it didn't work out. It didn't work out. Well,
you are on the top of the wanted one. Can we see the top of the wanted one, Steve?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yes. Stand up, Steve.
Here we go.
Look,
so
that.
So you are on the top of the wanted one, Ian.
We are on this one.
Yeah, but
you said it didn't work out. But
Alan, what you want? Get Ian to message you. He'll let you know.
Well, let's just put it politely that certain well-endowed ladies make it very difficult to see the top two pictures. I'll say no more.
But Alan,
Yeah,
me and you
that's
were
why I
still
like to be on
smiling,
the
mate.
top.
Me and you were still smiling, Alan.
Yeah.
And it's worth noting that on the leggings which have been designed for us and which are available. Did I tell you that for Go Narrowboating .store you can see all our merchandise? They've got light leggings, and the faces are in a different order to the ones on the dark leggings.
Yes. There you go.
Would your favourite? I've got to be careful how I can say this.
Yeah. So
Your
get through
favourite
Gary
problems
first.
I'm not going to say anymore. I'm going to incriminate myself.
No, you mustn't say things. But to everybody who has bought our merchandise from any of our shops, but especially the For Go Narrowboating, we love you all. Thank you very much. And you can get 10% off over the summer. We'll post up a link for you. And we'll give you an extra 10% off. But anyway, yeah. So did I tell you we got a For Go Narrowboating .store domain?
Oh.
Anyway, how about yourselves, Maggie and Ryan? Have you ever thought about selling any products at all?
Yeah, we're in the process of getting some merchandise organized.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, we've technically got a store.
Technically. We haven't been able to order anything off it yet, so we haven't been able to quality check it or anything quite yet.
No, I think one of our Patreons ordered an apron and sent us a picture of him wearing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good. A Narrowboat Chef apron.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's a good idea. Yeah.
So
We'll be-
yeah, we're working on that.
Oh, good. So it's
It'd be nice if you can put a dress out, Ian.
Sorry,
Can
mate.
Can you do a For Go Narrowboating dress?
I don't want to wear a dress.
Not for you, lad. For the ladies.
A For Go Narrowboating dress.
Yeah. Well,
Where we
the
get the
question's been
merchandise
asked.
from, there isn't one, I don't think, but we can have a look into it. Definitely.
Please don't, Steve. Please don't.
We can produce anything. If there's a demand, we can find someone that will print it.
We've been asked for something, haven't we, Ian? With
No, Gary.
no,
Yeah,
I
Don't go
know.
there.
Don't go there.
Right, seriously, guys, we've been asked a question now. Ryan and Maggie, are you very particular about the way food is cooked by other people when you go to a restaurant?
No.
No.
Well, when we go to a restaurant, it's different because when we go to someone's place, someone's cooking for us, we're more than happy to eat the food, especially when we're not paying for it. When we go to a restaurant and we're paying money, it always depends. Like, if we go to just a takeaway place, there's a certain expectation of what you're going to get. So we're quite happy to get cheap food that's quite tasty. But then when we go to a nice restaurant or something and they come out with cheap, oily burgers and stuff like that on the menu, and that we tend to get a bit annoyed with that.
Yeah. We don't, it's not so much how food is cooked for us, it's more if it's not cooked well, like it's too salty or...
Yeah. Well, most of the time, like we very rarely go to a place that we haven't enjoyed.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I bet presentation is something as well, is it?
Yes.
Ryan cooks better food at home, so we very rarely go to a restaurant.
Yeah.
Oh well.
And I guess the presentation as well, yeah.
Yeah.
One question I have been pre-asked to ask everybody: has everyone now had their vaccinations? I don't quite know why I was asked to ask the question, but I was asked to ask the question.
I've had both of mine. Yeah.
I've had both of mine.
I've had one of mine.
Well, I'm halfway there.
Yeah.
Chris and I have had one each, and ours are due at the beginning of June for the second one. So,
Well, I got mine tomorrow, so I'll be looking for sympathy sometime. How about Ryan and Maggie? How about Ryan and Maggie? Have you had yours?
Yeah, I've had both of mine, and Maggie's had her first one.
Oh, well done.
oh, well done.
Excellent.
Someone has actually...
I had mine last Saturday, with both of mine. I had no complications whatsoever.
Yeah, I had no problems.
I had
Nothing at all.
I had a bit of a fever and a little bit of a sore throat afterwards, like flu symptoms, basically.
Mm.
Can you do a Go Narrowboating baseball cap, Ian?
Well, do you know, we've been asked for those. I'm sure we could find one.
This is getting like a shop.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, people are asking though, aren't they? People want these things. You've got to provide them.
We're getting questions about the dress as well. Looks like I've got a lot against me here.
I tell you what, if we can get one, we can perhaps get Gary to model it next month.
A baseball cap.
No address.
Yeah, not Peaky Blinder.
Oh. I've obviously got the figure for it.
QVC. Yeah, I like that, Bob. QVC all over again.
Well, look, guys, we're down to 3 minutes now, so it's time to really wander around and say our goodbyes and to thank all these lovely people who have tuned in to see us. I'll just start, if I may, by saying thank you all for watching us tonight. Next month, we'll be back on, I think, June the 22nd. Look out for an announcement at the weekend. But whatever you're up to over the next month, make it a good one and have fun.
Yeah, it's been really good meeting Maggie and Ryan this month. And I've actually learnt some cooking tips from their vlogs, so it's well worth watching for that.
Oh, that's good.
Anybody that's not seen their vlogs, their cooking tips are really good. Yeah.
Feel free to go in the kitchen.
There's expectations now. There's expectations.
I'll make an excellent lardy cake.
You do. I'll vouch for that, Steve. No, it's just nice to have a chat with Maggie and Ryan. I've had a chat with Maggie's mum and dad on a few occasions, so give my love to them, of course, and tell them I'm asking about them. And thanks to everyone that supported me, and thanks to everyone for watching tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having
Thank you.
on.
Alan?
Yeah. Well, I agree. I've hit a couple of milestones this week, actually. Million views is quite something. I was pleased to achieve that. Wow. And just recently, I've got up to 8,000 subscribers. So many thanks, everyone, for your support and encouragement. That's been a great deal for me. Yeah. So just keep subscribing. And I will be producing quite a series of videos on my Cosgrove trip, so there will be some while coming. I'm just finishing off the blacking ones at the moment, but I will be doing a separate vlog about doing the vlogs on the Cosgrove trip, and then there will be an introductory vlog on the Cosgrove trip. So it's going to be a bit longer before they get published. So just bear with me, please.
Well,
thanks, everyone.
Okay, Maggie and Ryan, the floor is all yours.
Well, thank you for having us today. We really enjoyed our chats.
Yeah, it's nice. It's fun. It's good.
We wanted to say thank you to everybody who does subscribe to us and everyone who sends us pictures of the food that they've made. And we really enjoy seeing that. So makes us happy that our cooking videos are helping people.
Yeah. We try to aim it at people, quick, easy recipes, and being on the boat, quick and easy is definitely what we enjoy cooking. Yeah, Pixel's obviously enjoyed it. She
certainly has, isn't she?
Hello, Pixel.
Hello, Pixel.
Budgie's missing out here.
Yes.
He's gone off sulking somewhere.
Yeah. That concludes
the sun cuts you out completely.
Thanks for joining us, Maggie and Ryan. It's been great to have you along. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you very much for joining us. Hope you've enjoyed it. And we'll say a cheerio until next month.
Cheerio, everyone.
See you folks.
Take care. All the best.
Bye.